Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Two main and very important developments in Ukraine: the Ukrainians' retreat and the Russians' plan offensives on certain fronts. I have two articles here, one coming from the Americans, where they inform us about Ukrainian troops retreating from three villages and some positions in Donetsk Oblast and possibly in Kharkiv/Kharkov. And we have another article coming from the Ukrainians using the Institute for the Study of War, think tank, research institute. I told you many times, when you read any research conclusions coming from the Institute for the Study of War, pay attention, because it is linked with Victoria Nuland, linked by family ties. I made that known in my previous videos. Now, let's talk about the first issue, the Ukrainians retreating, and then showing some maps. Then we're going to go into the second video article, which comes from the Ukrainians, citing the Institute for the Study of War's study revealing Russian possible offensive. They're preparing a major offensive in Donetsk Oblast. So let's go. It's only rock and roll. So here it is. NBC News. Ukraine retreats in the east as Russia pushes forward while US ally waits for aid. When you say ally, let's start with this one. Are there any documents, signed agreements? Well, cat is here. Okay, thank you. Are there any documents, agreements, pacts signed between Ukraine and the United States of America, as far as you know? Because I have no knowledge of that occurring. So they're allies by de facto, not de jure, just de facto. Very interesting. If you consider someone an ally, just de facto, but you give that ally billions of dollars, you're involved in a military operation with intelligence and with advisors and providing them, trainers, providing them, what else? I would say covert operation troops over there, and many, many other things. Is that I don't know, it becomes a de jure? I don't see that yet. So, nevertheless, let's read the article, because it's not really, should not get stuck on the ally, but it's an ally as it is. Tomorrow, if Ukraine doesn't follow orders, it will turn immediately from an ally to an enemy. That's how things work. Ukraine's outnumbered troops have been forced to retreat from three villages on the eastern front lines, the country's top commander said on Sunday. I covered that in more details. I will not cover it right now more than that. As Russian forces push to break through its beleaguered defense, while Kiev waits for newly committed U.S. military aid to arrive. I think even if that arrives, as I said, they don't have enough fingers or hands, arms to use them, to operate them. It was a rare admission from Ukraine's new commander-in-chief, the Russian Alexander Syrsky, that his troops were not only struggling, but also that Russia was gaining the upper hand. So that's the first one. We're going to go to the next one. This is the second article. This is with the Institute for the Study of War. So, Ukrainska Pravda, 30th of April 2024. Russian troops prepare offensive, choosing between several fronts. Prepare offensive. And they give us here a little map. And all of these are related to Avdiivka. So after Avdiivka fell, the Ukrainians claimed that they pulled back and formed another defensive line. Well, that was a hasty move. I think Avdiivka was like the whatever, the needle that broke the camel's back or something like that. If not a needle, something else. Nevertheless, I will show you on a bigger map where this all occur. Now they tell you here, they give you the, how should I put it, a little chronological, I would say, explanation or where the Russians might conduct or prepare their offensive. And they say here, for instance, in the 25th, 24th, Russian forces claimed on April 24th, 25th, the Russian forces seized Solovyove, which is in this here. And then the next one would be on the 27th here. A geolocated footage posted on April 27 indicates that Russian forces advanced in western Solovyove. So the same here. Then we get to the 28th, and the geolocated footage posted on April 28th indicates that the Russian forces advanced in Netailove, all west of Avdiivka. Then you have on the 27th again, and this is geolocated footage posted on April 27 indicates that Russian forces advanced in central Krasnohorivka. And the last one is the one with Ukrainian Commander-in-Chief Colonel General Alexander Syrskyi claimed on April 28th that the Ukrainian forces withdrew from Berdyansk and Semenivka. I covered that yesterday. So this is the big line where the Russians can conduct, I'm assuming according to Institute for the Study of War, their offensive. Russian troops have several tactical options for future offensives near Avdiivka, but it remains unclear where they will focus their efforts in the near future. Thank you very much. Now, let's go to the first map coming from Sputnik, and it is in Donetsk Oblast, which is here, or Donetsk People's Republic, however we want to refer to. So it is northwest of Donetsk. That's where Avdiivka is, right here, plainly north, kind of. And here is the offensive after the fall of Avdiivka. This is not a detailed map, but I have another one here. Not that one, close, we don't want that. And this is the area. This is the area of Avdiivka, which is here. And these are where the front and the Russians are advancing westward. Here is the Berdyansk one, and they claim that the Ukrainians, retreated from these two to these villages, and there's another one here, or Livka. Here, this is the area where they step over as well. Now, it seems like, at least in the whole front, that is the hottest spot, including Kharkiv, Kharkov. Let me show you that one too. So since we are at it, I have to use this map, which is very detailed but very sensitive. Let's put it this way. So here is where we were, here by Donetsk, and we're going to go north. Here, this is Kharkiv, Kharkov. I did say Kharkiv, Kharkov, the Russians Kharkov, the Ukrainians Kharkiv. This is the by Kupiansk. This is another offensive that the Russians, or at least advancing slowly, but they're getting closer to Kupiansk. And that would open the road to the city of Kharkiv, or Kharkov, here, from here to here. To this little profile boob. So this is concerning for the Ukrainians, and I don't think it's about the weapons. I think it's about the manpower. I will make another video after this one where there's some very interesting information, or some reports on how the Ukrainians, I think that proves, I don't know if it's still necessary, proves that the Ukrainians are just scraping the bottom of the barrel in order to acquire troops. And now they take troops from their border, so border troops, and put them to fight the Russians. And I will show you what other policies or laws or decrees the Ukrainian so-called government issues together with Rada, their parliament, in trying to grab whomever to fight the war. Unfortunately, there are many people who left the country and keep leaving the country, and some of them, I think, they're shot at the border. I will make another video on that one, where they claim that the Ukrainians men drowned in the water in Tisa River, trying to cross the border into Romania, about 30. Now I will show you with the maps how big that Tisa River is, where they claim they tried to cross. Very small, very shallow, very narrow little river at that point. Not the Tisa that you find in Szeged or somewhere down there. It's about 1,000 kilometers long, Tisa, starting in Ukraine and ending up in the Danube River. From Danube River flows into the Black Sea. But I will show you how I think these guys were shot. I don't think they just drowned in that little 1 meter deep water. Hold your horses and wait for that video. It's gonna be after this one. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.